Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And we all know the scouting report on him. He can attack the field right at all levels with a very strong arm and make big-time plays off schedule. We also see a player with confidence and swagger. We see a guy who knows how to lead a team, who knows how to compete, and wants to be great every time he hits the field.
Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw is Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 70 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expect him to make a run and not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Kenny, nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Akers is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And this one is right through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that it
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. It's taken to the 26. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hale. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. It's caught right side, it turns. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 59.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. It's Hale. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. A give up the middle to Akers. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6. Instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Roquan Smith coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This is caught by Hearns. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now it's Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is caught. It's Ridley. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Wilson on first down. Hearns brings it in.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again here, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for the
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Wilson. He finds Hearns left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On third down, here's a run by Akers.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Kenny. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And his kick is indeed good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps it down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And the Texans will take over.
So here are the Texans to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts. So they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the give, this is Akers.
And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
80 on the ground for him now as he has gotten. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 3 yards out.
And the Texans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
You got it figured down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he fields it cleanly. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Houston set to take over.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they send a man in motion right.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Wilson to throw on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Kenny, and he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, Reed, squeeze, get in there.
On first down, Kenny.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Houston, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive.
They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU at Zach Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. To throw is Wilson on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Hale. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him.
Here's Braden Mann now,
as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hale.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the...
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Off the option, here's Akers.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. The numbers for him from a week ago: 19 carries, 110 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 33. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers. Touchdown! Cam Akers with career touchdown number 60. And the Texans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Wilson. Flushed out right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And now that brings up fourth down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. So with their backs practically backed up against the goal line, just Why? Why did they do that?
I'm taking it from the other perspective because I have zero answer about why. How about if you're on defense and you realize they're going for it in this situation? That's just blatant disrespect for your team. And you're almost incredulous. You're like, what are they planning on doing here? What kind of crazy play should we expect to see? But there's no way they should pick that up here, and they didn't.
And now incredible field position. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Up the middle they go. Kenny. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
They'll run this with Akers.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 more there and another 1st down.
The Texans had 7 and 4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Play action. It's Wilson. On the move to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Here's Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Wilson's throw here into the hands of Hearns. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Wilson now from the gun on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now a dump off here complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this 1st half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
On the ground, it's Akers.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 5-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Kenny, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Akers again.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Cam Akers.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Wilson completes it to Hearns. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Up the middle they go. Kenny, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Kenny, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans continue to pull away here in this first half. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melt.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So we've come upon
halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter.
And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On second down, here's Wilson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Here's Wilson throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Kenny, and he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Second down at 5.
Back to throw. Wilson throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So apparently some grabbing in the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Wilson.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on first down. Kenny. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground. Kenny. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And the Texans are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll try again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On first down, Kenny. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Kenny. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to...
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Up the middle they go. Kenny, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up for the medicals.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Willis will look to throw on first down.
Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
It's caught here by Adams.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Silver.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Kenny, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Texans, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bills, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.